And we have some breaking news that's coming in. An emergency meeting was held by Broadcasters Editors Association after India Bloc decision to boycott 14 journalists and anchors. The Broadcasters Association condemns the unilateral decision of the India Bloc and has also demanded the immediate withdrawal of this decision. So big breaking news that's coming in right now is that an emergency meeting was held by the Broadcasters Editors Association after the India Bloc decided to boycott 14 journalists and anchors, and in fact the Broadcasters Association has also condemned this decision of the India Bloc. We have CNN News 18's Arunima with us on this story. Arunima, could you give us more details about this meeting that took place on the India Bloc's decision to boycott the 14 journalists?
So, the NBDA was the first one to get off the block and condemn this decision to name 14 anchors on whose shows, Congress spokesperson and representatives from the India Bloc, they will not appear. The reason that had been given was that these anchors allegedly spread hate, spread communalism in their shows. Some constituents of India Bloc have not agreed with it. Nitish Kumar, for example, was the first one to come out on record and say that he doesn't agree with it. We hear murmurs from within Congress party also, as well as from the India Bloc, that they're not happy with the way these names have been made public. What they say is that if there was an objection, all these parties and their spokespersons could have chosen not to appear on the show. But to name these anchors publicly and come out with it is not something that many constituents of India Bloc are also supportive of. And that is the position that NBDA has also taken. They continue to emphasize that this is not fair, this is against the right to freedom of speech and expression, and this is also selective targeting and tarnishing the reputation of the anchors who have been named.
All right, Arunima, please stay with us. We also have CNN News 18's Payal Mehta joining us on this story. Payal, so the Broadcasters Association has also demanded the immediate withdrawal of this decision by the India Bloc. What can be expected next?
Well, of course, they will have to reach out to the opposition parties, but the opposition parties seem to be pretty convinced that they do not want to reconsider this decision. In fact, what I'm given to understand that possibly they would expand this list further. They say that it is up to them who they want to speak to, who they don't want to speak to. There's no force. They also say that on their front, the government has also in the past blocked a number of channels, but the only difference that has been, very much there is that people have not publicly announced it. But this announcement went public with 14 anchors, and that's one of the reasons it actually gave ammunition to the BJP. And the BJP reminded the opposition parties, you had JP Nadda, Anurag Thakur amongst the others, reminding the opposition parties and telling them that this is emergency 2.0, because it's the same party which had implemented, the same set of party which had implemented 1975 emergency, and there seems to be an emergency again. Why block and why block voices as well? So obviously there's a lot which is happening in that front. But the opposition parties seem to be pretty convinced. Largely they seem to be convinced. The big players seem to be convinced about what they really want to do, because the TMC already has not been sending their representatives on several channels which they alleged are right-wing mouthpieces. That's what they call them. So that's been the case as well. But to publicly make an announcement, how will they go about with this further also remains to be seen.
All right, Payal and Arunima, thank you so much for giving us all those details on this big breaking news that was coming. Well,